From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. The Bengals at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Mahomes firing complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it first.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jerry Jeudy. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. Buying time and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Eluding the pressure right. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Devontae Smith, 39 yards. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Willis looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, it's Dillon. Room here. There he goes, right side. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Dillon with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued. And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. 21-0 our score after one. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Second down, here's Willis. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, Mixon. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Hunter Nighswander on a punt as he sends this one away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. He's got Smith here. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts 40. From the gun, it's Mahomes. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Davion Taylor from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Juwan Johnson from 17 yards out. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On 2nd and 12, Willis flushed out right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Check 99, check 99. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 52, watch 52. 52's the mic, so don't say nothing.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. He's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. You got nothing to do.
To the air on 1st down, here's Willis. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's good for 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
19 right. 52's the mic, boys. 52. In your face. Mike 52, Mike 52. Squish, squish. 19 tight. 19 tight.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Terry McLaurin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, it's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Again, it's Johnson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Dillon. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. A.J. Dillon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Now Willis on 1st and 10. A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Last play of the half, Willis. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch the flag.
Here's Willis now off the play fake. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
52's the mark, boy. 52. You can't block me. You can't block me.
The slot man in motion right. A 3rd and 2. Here's Willis. Flush to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kamu Grugier-Hill getting in there and taking him down.
But many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Going on 4th down. Here's Willis. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back of the 29. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. This one from 46 yards out. Sly able to put this one through, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it. This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Rolling to his right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest, and a 1st down. Mahomes to throw once more. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Willis. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide down with the 1st down for the moment, but a penalty flag on the field. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Come on. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Let's set a tone. Mike 52, Mike 52. It's been a long day for you.
Riggs.
Be ready, be ready.
On first down, Willis. Looking deep downfield. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On second down, another run for Dillon. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. This is taken at the 18. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Meanwhile, Willis is throw into the hands of McLaurin. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Willis, 4th down, has to have it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
60 Maverick. What we got?
Now Willis on 1st and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Trap 60. Go, Rig. Go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Willis. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. But now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. To throw on 2nd and 10. Willis dumps it off to Mixon. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. This will be play number 9 of the drive here, as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Willis will look to pass again here. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Watch the slants. Watch the slant. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Mustang 19.
52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic.
Willis got to have this one. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Rig alert. Rig alert. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Alert 3.
Here's Willis. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
7's a mic. Mike 7. Okay.
On 2nd and goal, Willis. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And a lineup going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Keep it up. Keep it up. 7's a mic. I got you. I got you. 7's a mic. Mike 7. Rabbit. Rabbit. Mike 7.
Willis on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cut. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Bengals, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the L.A. Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the struggles intensify as they drop to
today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That's on the guard, David Edwards. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away.